Good afternoon and welcome to the Bluefield State College Virtual Open House for our computer science programs. My name is Dr. Anthony Underwood and I'm the Chief Enrollment Officer at the college. Please make sure your microphones are muted for the sake of clarity and make sure so that all others can hear our presenters. There will be time for questions and we will ask that you use the chat access at the bottom of your screen to do so. It is now my pleasure to introduce the Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs at Bluefield State College, Dr. Ted Lewis.
Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Ted Lewis, and I serve as the Provost and Vice President of Academic and Student Affairs here at Bluefield State College. On behalf of our faculty, staff, and administration, it is my privilege to welcome you. Bluefield State College is a very special place that's played a significant role in the development of public higher education in West Virginia. You'll find that Bluefield State provides a friendly and safe environment with a deeply supportive faculty and staff committed to helping you along your journey to success. We empower students by creating spaces where you can have a robust educational experience on a daily basis and achieve your academic and professional goals. Bluefield State offers a variety of certificates, 2- and 4-year degrees in 4 schools. The School of Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics, the STEM school, including our outstanding computer science program, which you'll hear more about later this afternoon. The School of Nursing and Allied Health, the W. Paul Cole Jr. School of Business, the School of Education, Humanities, and Social Sciences. Among these are 11 nationally accredited programs. We also have 10 NCAA athletic teams. With smaller class sizes, you have the opportunity to get to know your instructors and work much more closely with them. Student support services include academic tutoring and mentoring, counseling, cultural enrichment trips, seminars, workshops, open computer lab access, veteran services, and services for disabled students. The Student Life Office is dedicated to assisting you to gain as much as possible from your total college experience by providing leadership opportunities, cultural and educational activities, entertainment, intramural activities, events both on and off campus, and more than 24 student organizations. U.S. News recently ranked Bluefield State College as one of the top 15 public schools in the South and the top public school in the state of West Virginia. Our students excel both academically and athletically, with teams winning world championships in GLOBUS business simulation, International Intelligent Ground Vehicle Competition, and AutoNav Challenge, national championships in USCA men's golf, ECAC women's basketball, and regional championships in the Enactus business competition, steel bridge building, and men's tennis. Many wonderful things are happening at Bluefield State College, and we look forward to having you as a part of them.
Thank you, Dr. Lewis. Programs. Let us welcome Professor William Bennett, Associate Professor of Computer Science and Department Head of Computer Science at Bluefield State. Professor Bennett? Professor Bennett, you're welcome to present.
Okay, the screen was kind of just weird there for me for a second. Okay, I'm hoping everyone can see now that we have some PowerPoint there about the computer science department here at Bluefield State. Are you guys able to see that now?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I just want to make sure that it's just not on my video at this point. All right, so I want to talk to you guys a little bit about computer science here at Bluefield State College. We are now underneath the School of STEM and we have a bachelor's degree in computer science. Our emphasis on computer science is a degree in programming. So we want to work on building skills and programming, solving, and stuff like that, with a concentration on C++ and Java programming. That's going to help you prepare for roles to be out there as a software developer, a system analysis, programming different designs in terms of whether it's computer programming, Android or Apple OS development, virtual gaming development, all that sort of stuff. So in Bluefield State here, we have a diverse course area for computer science. We're going to go through computer programming courses. We're going to talk about data structures, operating systems, database, theory of computation, and various other classes throughout the computer science degree. When we first start off, we want to talk about what you guys are going to be taking year one. We have English, our tech physics, our tech math, and computer programming with a lab class. And we continue the same sort of thing into semester 2, just following up with English 2, tech physics 2, tech math 2, and computer programming 2. So right from the year 1 and year 2, we want to get you, or semester 1 and semester 2, sorry, we want to get you right into the programming, get you right into development, getting you familiar with using the language, getting you familiar with using Visual Studios, working in the lab, solving different problems that we're going to have for computer science. I'd like to take a quick second, and we've just added this in the last couple of years. We have a minor in cybersecurity now here at Bluefield State. And the minor in cybersecurity is 4 courses, and it has an intro to Linux, Unix, computer forensics, penetration testing, and ethical hacking. And in the Linux, Unix, it's a pretty big environment in terms of the different flavors of Linux and Unix is out there. We want to get you familiar with using that. It's used in computer programming. It's also used in system administration, and it's heavily, heavily used in the cybersecurity field. The computer forensics has some very interesting stuff in it, and it deals on more of a criminal justice approach in terms of what we're looking at sort of in computer forensics. So we'll go over the finding of deleted files. We'll cover stuff like how to see if someone's been using your computer, what information is hidden on the computer, spyware stuff, all these things, the proper procedure for handling a laptop if you're taking it in as evidence, how to clone the hard drive, and then keep a proper copy of everything and do documentation for everything. In the penetration testing, which is probably one of the most exciting areas in the cybersecurity field, we work on both red team and blue team analysis, which is the defense and offense teams in cybersecurity. So what we'll be doing is we'll be looking at trying to find ways to get into servers, ways to check networks for security flaws, security patches, software patches that might be missing. And with all that, we also look at the blue team, which is the defense of it. So how can we patch those holes? Because you need to be able to find them and fix them in order to be able to patch them and take care of all that and update everything and fix the problems so that we have a better defended system. And we'll start off fairly easy with some of those problems and scenarios, and then we'll work up as we go through there. And then to put everything together, we talk about ethical hacking. So this is, using the skills that we're learning in the other classes for the good of the business or company that you're working for, right? So this is trying to make sure that we're doing the right thing, that we're not using these skills in a bad sense or in a bad way. And also heavily emphasized is reporting. Because once you do all this stuff, someone above you in terms of either business or an administrator wants to know what's going on, and they want documentation of all this stuff. And we want to be able to do that as a computer science with a minor in cybersecurity, is not only have the skills to analyze the systems, to patch the systems, to make the systems better, but also how to report all of that information to the administrators or to the business or whoever that you're working for. One of the things that I'd like to mention is we've become a Red Hat Academy. So we have a partnership right now with the Red Hat Academy. And what they do is they give some discounted certification courses for students, and they give us access to both the Red Hat training and certification programs that they have for our students. So one of the things they do is they do Red Hat Administration 1 and 2, and they also do a Java programming course, which they give access to online free books to our students and online resources to our students as part of the Red Hat Academy. And that's a really great benefit to our students to get real industry experience and what's being used in the industry and working with the Red Hat Academy and getting all that experience before they're going out into the workforce. We also work on, we've been lucky to get 2 virtual reality programming rigs. Here's one of our students working on some of the stuff that we've done in virtual reality programming. One of the nice things we've done is we had a senior for his senior project develop a VR escape room. So what he did is he worked on the programming, the graphics, the physics, everything involved in terms of being able to build a VR escape room. So you put on the helmet, you have the controllers, and you have to solve a puzzle within this room, sort of like just like a normal escape room that you might go with your friends. Except this is in virtual reality. You solve the puzzle, it opens the door, and then you're on to the next room and you have to solve another puzzle. There was a lot of work involved in that, and we're really proud of the work he did on it. And it was really interesting to be able to see and have our students work in that environment and get a chance to see not only the programming and stuff behind it, but actually get to see the game aspect of it and get to enjoy it and have a little bit of fun. Here they are again, just playing around in the game and testing it out and seeing how much fun all the game development actually can be. Sort of the reward of all the hard work of the beginning programming classes and the problem solving and the theory behind all the programming that we look at doing. Here we are with some drone when we were working on some artificial intelligence. So here's one of the drones that we had with our computer science class outside. And what we were doing is we're working on analyzing and being able to program the drones to be able to do tasks on their own. So this can be everything from avoidance of other obstacles, because you don't want the drone to run into anything. You also be able to want to program to do tasks. So some of these drones are being used in terms of analyzing high power wires, search and rescue. They're being used in a lot of applications now in different fields. And we want to be able to do automated tasks so that we don't actually have to put a person somewhere in the woods or high up in a helicopter to try to do stuff. So we can use these drones to get our data, to do our tasks for us, and then come back. One of the areas that's starting to open up a little bit is drones being automated and sent out for package delivery. And that's being done by Amazon and Google. And then we have other companies that are looking at doing that in terms of being able to do maybe possibly food deliveries with stuff like that. So this is a big and growing field in terms of the artificial intelligence with drones and how they can be, how the software controls them and make sure that everything works properly. And here we have one of our adjunct faculty who was talking with one of our students and explaining how some of this stuff worked and going through the drone stuff with the controllers and showing them how after we programmed everything, how it kind of all went together. One of the other things we'd like to talk about briefly here is the virtual tour at Bluefield State. So if you've never been to our campus or you just want to take a look around on our campus, I think I went way too far on the slides. Our computer science students here at Bluefield State, with my help, we actually went through the whole process of building a virtual tour for Bluefield State College. So what we did is we actually went out and took a whole bunch of pictures. We stitched all the pictures together. We actually built the software to spiderweb them and link them all together. They actually put the server together. They did the HTML page development. They did all the work from beginning to end, from taking the pictures to putting the whole project together, to building the web page, to putting the server up and uploading the files and everything. So if you get a chance, it's tour.bluefieldState.edu, and allows you to actually visually go through the different rooms and to go through some of the areas on campus and take a look at what's going on our campus. One of the things we want to talk about in terms of, we talked about the main thing that we do here is computer programming. And apart from companies in the technology sector, there's an increasing number of businesses relying on computer code. And that's from everywhere. So the top 8 of 25 top jobs are tech-related jobs related to software engineering. And this could be anywhere from Apple to working in a hospital to be working in automotive manufacturing. There's technology being used in everything. We've done some stuff working briefly with even some of the mechanical engineers and different engineering programs because it's all being software automated and software controlled. They're using VR software now for nursing and for radiology and stuff like that. So software is growing really quickly and being used everywhere in terms of smartphones, in terms of computers, all the technology is being controlled. Some examples of some of our graduates that have gone on to work in the field after, this is within the last, I think, 4 years at computer science graduates. We've had some go on to work at Pyatt Boone Electronics, Lockheed Martin, Old Dominion, First Community Bank, and we have a senior developer at Geico. So some of our graduates have gone on from computer science at Bluefield State to work at some fairly big name companies in the United States and working in their field in terms of computer software development. If we want to take a quick look at cybersecurity, cybersecurity is probably one of the fastest growing fields right now in the United States, possibly in the world. As you can see here, there's some quick numbers in terms of what we're looking at as of April 20. These are just some of the cybersecurity jobs in the industry. So we're looking at probably almost 300,000 jobs in April looking for cybersecurity jobs. So it's a huge growing field, and it's covering everything from IT to financial services to hospital and healthcare. It's almost every week or two you're hearing of a company having ransomware or having problems with cyber attacks. So this is a huge growing field with lots of jobs in it. And that is the end of what I have to talk about. If there's any questions or any comments, please go ahead and let me know. And I'm going to see if I can pass the control back to Anthony somehow here.
Yep, I can reclaim it if necessary. Maybe.
I think that gives it back to you, Anthony.
Okay, yes, thank you very much. Okay, so thank you for that presentation. Now I'd like to chat just a little bit briefly about admissions and financial aid. So admissions here at Bluefield State College is based on the idea that while college should be challenging in the best possible way, getting into college and taking care of everything you need to attend college shouldn't be. And so we have admissions counselors who are absolutely dedicated. It's their job to walk you step by step through every part of the admissions and the financial aid process. As we do so, we'll track along with you what is yet to be completed, and we'll reach out to you through telephone calls and emails and even text in some cases to ask you and remind you and help you complete the steps that you need to complete in order to be a student here at the college and receive financial aid, which we'll talk about shortly. So for admissions, first step is to apply. It's completely free to do so, and you can easily access that at bluefieldsstate.edu/apply. Once there, you can complete the online application and submit. Make sure you click the submit. Even if you fill it out and you don't hit submit, we will not see the submission. So we'll also need some specific records from your background. If now, in the past, we have typically required an ACT or SAT score to gain admission into the college. However, the governor of West Virginia, in recognition of the challenges that COVID and pandemic issues are creating when it comes to college testing such as that, has allowed us to waive that requirement for general admission to the college through fall 2021. So typically we would need it, but we do not need it for general admission. We do need it for some scholarships, and we'll talk about that when we talk about financial aid. We do, however, need your high school transcripts if you're fresh out of high school or if you've been out of high school in the past 5 years. We need, if you're in high school right now, we'll need the transcript that you have right at this moment, and we'll need your final transcript when you graduate in May or June. Once we have that, we can, and if you're a college transfer, if you're already attending college or if you attended college during high school, we'll need your high school your college transcripts as well, and we'll need all of them. So if you are in a situation where maybe you attended college some time ago and the grades are not as good as you are, then You may be saying, well, I don't know that I want those grades transferred. You have to. You do have to send us all transcripts. Once we have all transcripts that are connected to you, we'll be able to process you. Typically, we'll be able to process you for admission to the college. And then obviously we'll be communicating with you through email, through paper, mail, and again, our folks will reach out to you by phone and email and other methods to make sure that you are staying on track and getting things done in a timely fashion. Please remember that there are some programs on the campus that academic programs that do still require a test score. An example of those would be nursing or radiology technology, and you'll still have to provide scores for them, but not all, and not for general admission to the college. Let's talk about financial aid for just a second. So 4 out of 5 students here at Bluefield State receive financial aid of some sort, whether that be a grant or a loan or a scholarship or work study. So a grant is aid that, so long as you stay in good standing with the college and you stay enrolled, you don't have to pay that back. And that's based on typically your economic situation, your financial situation. In some cases, some grant programs like the West Virginia Higher Education Grant will also take a look at your academic performance. So it's very important that in order to access those grants, along with all other types of federal and state financial aid, that you file your FAFSA. That's FAFSA, free application for student aid is what that stands for. And you can access it at fafsa.gov, not .com or .org or .net. Those are not the right pathways. .gov is where you want to go. So it's about on the level of filling out a tax form, and if you've not done that before, you may feel that you're a little challenged by that. The process does let you bring in information from your tax forms or your parents' tax forms, depending on your age, and that certainly is a help. But if at any moment you feel that you've reached a sticking point, you can call the college and we will either help you out on the phone, or if you want to come onto campus, we'll have someone sit down with you in the library and help you complete your FAFSA. You're not alone, you're not without help, and you're not without people who are eager to help you. We will take care of you. In addition to grants, there are also work study opportunities, and that also you do not have to pay back. You work a job on campus typically, and you earn that money like you would at any job, and you receive that in the form of a paycheck. You can also earn scholarships here at Bluefield State. We give out hundreds of thousands of dollars in scholarship every year. There's 3 different pathways you can take to earn that scholarship or apply for it. One, and the easiest application process, is simply the academic scholarships. We grant scholarships based on your GPA, whether that be from high school or from your transfer college, and either your ACT or SAT. And this is where those test scores come in that they're not mandatory for admission this year, but they are. But they do help you when you're applying for scholarship. And so we will look at those where you rank out on those 2 levels, and we'll provide the scholarships for both of those. That is GPA and test score. And all you have to do is complete the admission process. That's all you have to do. In addition to the academic scholarships, we have foundation scholarships, and these are scholarships that friends and alumni of the college have donated and created and have set up just for you, for our new students and our continuing students. You can apply for that at bluefieldState.edu/scholarships with an S at the end, it's plural, and click on leadership or foundation scholarships, and there's a form there. And you fill out one form with one brief essay, and that lets you apply for all of the foundation scholarships all at once. In addition, on that same page, bluefieldState.edu/scholarships with an S, there is also the Honors College Scholarship. And this is an exceptional new program, the Honors College at Bluefield State, that provides for a comprehensive academic scholarship. It provides for books. It provides, once the dormitories are finished being built, it provides for an opportunity to live on campus. It provides for internships and entrepreneurial experiences and more. It is an exceptional academic and professional experience. You can apply for that as well. The link for that is at the top of the page along with the foundation scholarships. And then of course there's the final category of loans. Educational loans are the most affordable loans you'll ever have in your entire life. And it's really important to understand that while we don't want folks to go into needless debt, if all that stands between you attending college and accepting loans, you really do need to accept the loans, because nothing is going to be more valuable than the degrees and certifications that come along with your first undergraduate degree. So we don't want you just to take every loan you can get, but we do want you, if necessary, to take the loans you need. And we can help you determine that based on what we think the bills are going to be, what you think your tuition is going to be, and your needs concerning books and technology. So that's a brief overview of admissions and financial aid. I want to reinforce that we will be, as you contact us and as you apply, we'll be contacting you to help guide you through the process from the beginning to the end, both admissions and financial aid. We do think that we'll be able to support and help you in making those decisions and in reaching that point and joining us here at college. So I want to thank you for your attendance here at our open house, and of course thank our faculty and staff who've done such an excellent job representing their programs and the college, as they always do. Bluefield State College is far more than a place to earn a degree. Here you're going to become a true scholar. You'll learn to create and discover the best life for yourself. Here you'll join a family that will challenge you academically, but will always strive to give you the tools to be supported through that challenge until you achieve success. We look forward to serving, guiding, mentoring, and teaching you, the next generation of Bluefield State leaders. Good night and take care.